City of Santa Fe, March 4th, 2014, Mayoral Candidates. Question 4. New Mexico's education has dropped to what is our state's lowest rating. How can you help our education issues, which ultimately contributes to economic development? And how will you tackle economic development, given New Mexico's education rating? Roman Tiger Abeyta.
We need to make sure that at 18 years old, every child in Santa Fe is either college ready or career ready. We need to continue to support and invest in after-school programs that provide math instruction, reading instruction, and homework help. Studies show that a child is 10 times more likely to graduate from high school if he or she attends an after-school program. If a child does not have access to an after-school program, I would like to bring back bookmobiles. When I was a kid, the bookmobile came to our neighborhood, and for an hour to 2 hours a week, we were able to go in there and have access to books and magazines that we may otherwise would not have. Our bookmobiles today, though, would have iPods, iPads, and internet access, and a certified teacher to help our children with homework.
Patty J. Bushee.
It's my belief that we need to take care of our children from birth. I will continue to earmark city funds to support our children, youth, and families programs. I will advocate for the use of the state's permanent fund to invest in our children's education at an early age. I support the transitional education program at Zona del Sol, a collaboration with the Santa Fe Public Schools. I will work with our nonprofit agencies to pursue a facility that can offer wraparound services to our underrepresented working families on the growing South Side. I will cultivate an educated workforce through advocacy and relationship building with state government, our schools, and colleges. I will continue to meet regularly with the superintendent and the members of the school board.
Michael A. DAnna.
The students, the children of the future have to do with the education of the future. But before that can happen, it has to start at home. Parents need to be more accountable for their students, for their children, and realize that what comes out of that house is what's going to go into that school. Teachers are overburdened with safety issues right now to the point where they're being shot at. That makes a teacher more or less likely to want to go the extra mile. So we need to start back to basics. We need to get back to the family and realize it starts at home. You need to have accountability as parents over your children. Then we need to have teachers who care. No matter what the pay scale is, they need to be able to realize they're there to teach, to help bring up students to be better citizens. And of course, if we can get better paying teachers, by all means do so. But if we can't, then we have to deal with what we have. But we have to make the most of it, and that comes from working by the heart of a person. They have to go the extra mile because they care.
Javier M. Gonzales.
Let's look at the hard facts when it comes to education in our community. 33% of our kids are living in poverty. 43% of our children are being raised by single-family households. 78% of our 8th graders are not proficient in math. 76% of our 4th graders are not proficient in reading. 44% of our kids are dropping out of high school. We need to solve this problem by being a true proactive partner with the public schools here in Santa Fe, as well as with community college. Only then, through the improvement of our education system, will we be able to assure that we're going to have high-paying, good-quality jobs. As mayor, here's what I would specifically do to make sure that students, the children of this community, have a pathway up, not a pathway out. First and foremost, I'll lead the efforts to ensure that we have investments in 0 to 5 early childhood education. It's been proven time and time again that we front-load our investment in our kids as they're developing the most critical skills, their chances of success of being able to graduate from high school become greater and greater. The second area I'd look at is focusing on using our facilities for after-school programs where kids can come in and learn and be challenged to develop their critical skills. Looking at our summer programs so that they're more than just recreation, but they're places for kids to continue to learn critical skills and be able to continue to advance in their learning knowledge. Being able to work with sophomores, juniors, and seniors to assure that we're mapping their way into the workforce, assuring that they have the basic skills to be employable so that when they graduate from high school, not only have they had the benefit of a strong education system, but they're ready to go to college or they're ready to go into the workforce with a trade that'll help them to become a productive member of our community.
Rebecca Wurzburger.
I am totally intrigued by Superintendent Boyle's vision of world-class schools in a world-class city. Certainly, if Santa Fe chooses to move toward being a more global city, then we must have globally competitive schools that support our accolades as a world-class city. I think the most important thing we can do is be a supportive partner to the public schools, the community college, the University of Art and Design, St. John's, and other key educational institutions. This is the single most important factor in economic development. And again, we have many assets that we can build upon. This might mean developing work and training programs to plug community college students into local businesses, or it might mean supporting efforts to get students to catch up to their grade level at every step through their education. Most of all, as mayor, I will make it totally clear that this is a priority for the city of Santa Fe, and I will let our partners know in education that we will put every effort forward to address this important concern.
This is the end of question 4 for participating mayoral candidates.